Hey y'all, it's your favorite Uncle Josh, and I'm back. Y'all, my hair look good in this video. Oh my gosh, my hair looks amazing with this lighting. Yes, I love it. Okay, sorry, back to this. We are back with another video of Loki, episode 2, Disney Plus. This is a review, so let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it. Okay, y'all, so this starts off with, the time variance. They went back in time, 1985, to Wisconsin, to go find a variant. Come to find out it was a trap. Of course, it was evil, more evil. Y'all don't notice. Y'all think it's more evil Loki. So then we have more evil Loki, and then more evil Loki takes over the mixed girl, and then they just start killing people. And I'm just like, what? Why? Why is we killing? Why is there the need to kill? Why? But then she got the stuff that you reset, and then they go back into that portal, and then, yeah. But why we need to kill y'all? Y'all can't knock people out? Really? So we got Loki talking with Miss Minute, who's actually voiced by Tara Strong. Whoop, childhood. And what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. They got talking, and then Loki pretty much finds out that Loki is actually the variant that they all come in contact with. Like, they actually reset Loki variants more than the law should allow. But the law does allow it. That's why they are gainfully employed. And Loki's like, okay, we can do this. Because he finds out that there's not just him. There's so many other Lokis. And now they're about to go. But before they go, he finds out that he can talk to the timekeepers if he doesn't, be mean or evil or try to use his powers to escape. And, timekeepers are important because I do believe that Loki wants to be a hero. He eventually wants to join the Avengers. We actually get to the place where was 100C20 has actually been taken. And Loki's doing, this whole poetic, metaphoric word around. He's basically, talking in circles, and he's trying to be, using, epic poems. Sort of, think of, Homer. He's trying to Homer his way through this stuff. And eventually, Mobius kind of sees right through it. But I don't think all what Loki says is a lie. Like Loki says, you guys are going to go try to get C20. That's what other Loki would want you to do. Listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. You go outside, something bad gonna happen. They don't want to believe him. They think he's lying, all because he wants to see the timekeepers. And Loki like, y'all gonna see real quick. Y'all want to listen to me? Oh, okay. You gonna find out real quick, because it's gonna be one of the situations like, oh, Loki, we should have listened to you. Told you. So we see Mobius and Ravonna. They're in the office together. Once again, y'all, this office, this whole setup is very 1950s, 1960s. Think of the Jetsons, how they're still a 1950s, 60s old school thing, but it's futuristic. I like those things of futuristic. I wouldn't say steampunk, but it's an old school, but still somehow once upon a time in the future. Okay. So basically they're like, why did you bring him? Because we're trying to understand. We're trying to catch a Loki. So this Loki can kind of help us catch the other Loki. She's like, darling, baby, no. The timekeepers don't want this. We got to reset these things. Or he could help us. And she's just like, no. But if you believe in him, I'll let you keep using him. I'll sign off on it. You can tell this woman is tied and through. She's like, Lord, let's just catch this person so we can go move on with our life. But my prediction is with a story like this, Loki's going to open it up to where people within a TVA can live their own lives, because those people were specifically created for the TVA. They don't have no moms, no dads, no brothers or sisters, nothing. They're specifically created for the TVA. So Loki's going to open it up to where everyone can have a choice on what they want to do with their lives. So I'm for that. So Loki pretty much is being called on his bluff. A lot of stuff is that Mobius is able to see past the facade of Loki, the god of mischief, to be a scared little boy. And for some strange reason, I feel like Loki's letting him. Here's why. Because as the god of mischief and chaos, you would be able to know what's going to happen. And pretty much you're using manipulation, which is witchcraft, in order to move forward and stuff. And he, for some reason, this Loki doesn't have a poker face. Come on, you're Loki. Somebody's supposed to be able to say something to you. You're supposed to be like, real? I would have never guessed it. Or, that all you got? He doesn't. he does not have a poker face in this. And I'm just like, what type of Loki did y'all get? So we got Loki going up to this one lady and trying to get information on the timekeepers, the time variance and all that. She's like, no, but there's some stuff that I can give you. And then he later comes to the conclusion. Loki basically finds out that other Loki is actually hiding within apocalypses, which means you can destroy and do whatever it is you want, but you don't have to worry about the TVA coming. Why? Because the apocalypse is always just going to wipe the slate clean. So they can do literally whatever they want. The main event that's supposed to happen, which is an apocalypse, which is destruction, is going to come and is going to wipe the slate clean. He tries to tell Mobius this. Mobius is like, you expect me to believe that? He's like, please believe me because I'm right. And I love being right. Let me show you. Mobius was like, okay, let's do this. So Loki finds out that he's right. Boom. And of course he knew that Loki was right. That's one thing about it, about evil people, is that being right is sort of like the best thing in the world since sliced bread to them. Like, being right is like the ultimate drug. So that makes sense. Okay, this scene where Mobius and Loki, I'm so glad I learned these names, y'all, so y'all know what I'm talking about. It's very interesting because there's a part where Loki and, of course, Mobius are talking, and Mobius brings up the fact that, okay, Loki, you may think it's crazy about how I'm creating, how I believe, and what my purpose, my glorious purpose is to exist, but look at you. You were created by a frost giant and raised by the gods of heaven. And if you think about this, this is all sound crazy. It's all chaotic. That line, listen to it, actually ties back into WandaVision, where Wanda, she does chaos magic, which makes her the Scarlet Witch. But if you actually look up and research what chaos magic is, it is actually result-based magic, which means that the magic that chaos magic, the primary purpose of it is to have a finished product. Think of like the Big Bang Theory. Like, that happened so we can all be here. So that chaos happened so we can all be here. So link that in with Loki. He's the god of mischief and chaos. The whole purpose of him to be here, as stated before, is so other people can achieve their selves. He's actually a result-based individual. Something to think about. So they find out that this Loki is in 2050, a store that's hiding people from an apocalypse, which, you know, that's where they're hiding at. And now they're getting ready to go. But before that, they gave Loki a weapon. But the black lady said no. I think it's B-15, no. Hunter B-15, no. And I appreciate her for that. I do. Okay, so I want to comment on this scene because I actually like it. What's very interesting is that this is supposed to be, it's called Roxcart in 2050. And how you see, it looks pretty much like modern day 2021. But there's just like a hint, as we can clearly see up front, of just like some futuristic stuff. Like they have like a giant holographic projection, but everything seems to look the same. I mean, you got counters, you got your regular cash registers, you have tools. It doesn't seem that much of a difference. Speaker systems, interesting. I wonder what we'll be like in, you know, what is it? 49, not 49, oh God. 39, 40 years. Wait, I'm doing that wrong. 29, 30 years. Oh, Lord, math. That's why I'm an English teacher. So, Hunter B-15, the fact I'm remembering this, y'all, is amazing. Hunter B-15 and Loki, they end up finding this black guy looking for plants during the hurricane. And they pretty much know it's Loki, the other Loki, the more evil, more sinister one. So she goes to check in on him, and he grabs her and passes out and was like, hey, what's up, Loki? He's like, you me? She's like, nah, boo, you me. I'm the best. I'm the best. You the one that got captured. They've been looking for me for years. Haven't caught me yet. And so as we keep going, you know, they go see other people, and then they realize, like, you know, all these people are scared they're going to die. They're supposed to die. They're going to die at that time. And yeah, that's kind of sad and morbid and depressed, but we're going to keep positive thoughts, positive prayers. We're going to pray for them in the name of Jesus. Then we have them actually finding Hunter C-20. Yes, I'm knowing these people, y'all. I'm proud of myself. So better Loki, the one that's actually able to not get captured by the timekeepers, keeps on jumping from human to human. And you do see the elements of like the futurism, like their name tags are like, you know how when you go there and you see like the thing, you know, y'all, like you have the whole thing right here, and it'll come over with the lines like, welcome to the store, like the mark here, the moniker. Thank you for coming by. They have that there. So you do see a little bit of elements of the future. I like that. And then I also like the fact that Loki, our Loki, the one that wants to be good, he wants to overthrow the timekeepers now. He's over there like, I see why Thor finds me annoying. Straight answer. Do you want to work with me or not? And the other Loki's like, ew, why would I work with you? You got captured. So Loki feels like that he's the superior Loki. And he feels like that the other Loki, the more superior one, though, actually the one that doesn't get caught, is going to bomb them up. But little did they know, it's a little bit more sinister than that. So we see that the more superior Loki, the Loki that hasn't gotten caught, actually, I don't know why my arm's back here, but it is. I want to keep it back here, so don't judge me for my arm back here. The more superior Loki got into a bigger guy, and for some reason, Loki's getting beat up, and I'm like, don't you have magic? Don't you have magic? Can't you do something? Like, all this magic, all this god of mischief, but you're just some docile individual. Like, what type of god are you? You are making other gods look bad. You need to work on that. You need some Jesus. Because that power would have won. That's the power of all power. Because you right there saying I ain't working. So, we find out that the Loki that's been doing this is a female. And yes, female Loki is canon, and female Loki is in the Marvel comic book universe. So, go check that out. I might review her. I might find a comic book and review her. Haven't decided that yet, but it might just happen. Needs something to do. But yes, but then we got Ravonna, who's age 23, realizes that she got to go out because she just bombed the sacred timeline, which means that this beautiful thing is now sprouting, and that's not supposed to happen. That means that all this could fall, and so could the timekeepers. Like Hunter, was it C20? Yes, C20. Now, C20 said, I told her how to get to the timekeepers. Remember that. She said it. I told her how to get to the timekeepers. What do you think that means? What would the timekeepers show up and show out for? The bombing of the sacred timeline. Why? Because guess who got to put it back together? They do. We end with Loki following more superior Loki into the Doric way, into a new episode. And that's the end of it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, y'all. And let's talk about this because this is interesting. See you soon.